Bet you weren't expecting that now, were you? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's Scrappy Wednesday we are going to be doing a Jack Skellington as Sandy Claus theme. This took me a long time and I figured, you know what, this year I might as well have some fun with this one. Last Christmas I didn't get to do nearly as much drawing with Jack for my bullet journal, so I was like, you know what, I did him for Halloween, now I've got to do him for Christmas. And I don't have him as Sandy Claus outfit, so I thought, why not dress up as Jack standard and then use that small clip. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to see more of this cosplay, you can check out my other channel up here, link to the video, because we did a This is Halloween live action, and it's actually reached 5,000 views as the recording of this, so I'm super pumped about that. And yeah, I would love it if you gave that a watch and maybe comment and tell me what you think. Anyway, self-plugs aside, let the planning commence. Alright, so as per usual, we are starting with the quote page. This time I decided to go with part of the lyrics from What's This when he first discovers Christmas Town, and I went with the cursive font at the very beginning of this part of the song because it's like him slowly building up to yelling out, "Wake up, Jack, this isn't fair! What's this?" And it just the phonetics of how he sings those is why I made certain parts of the lyrics into very cursive, and the part where he's kind of like almost yelling at himself in the Halloween font. And I don't know if that really makes sense to anyone else, but to me it made sense. I'm bad at explaining these things. But just around the quotes, I just filled it in with a bunch of snowflakes and made it darker blue because in that scene in the movie, it's actually nighttime. So I wanted to make it look a little bit more nighty instead of using like light blue snowflakes, because I didn't really feel like drawing and coloring in the full background. I felt like that was going to be too much. So that's why I just did that and threw in a little bit of music notes as well. And I think it looks really pretty. Part of me though thinks it might look a little bit too dark, but then when I really thought about it and the whole like how it looks like in the movie, I was like, you know what, I feel like this works. So I just colored in a little around it with the pencil just to make it look a little bit more dimensional. And then that's it. That's all I did for the quote page. Hey guys, it's me editing. So normally this part of the video I'd be showing you my cover page, but I'm gonna be honest, I bit off more than I could chew with this drawing and I did not finish it. I was really hoping I'd have it done by now, but with how busy this last week of November was, I didn't finish it. I had to skip over to the rest of the setup to be able to finish this video. So I decided, since it's such a detailed drawing, that I'm going to do a full video on it next week. And instead of just me coloring it in like I normally do for my bullet journal setups, it's going to be from where I've left off drawing it and filming it right from like drawing all the way to the end of me coloring it in, since like I said, it's so detailed. So that'll be next Scrappy Wednesday. So with that being said, let's just jump past the cover page right into the schedule page. Thank you, and I hope that's okay. All right, on to our calendar spread. So this month, like I'd said before in previous two videos, well, actually technically I guess only the last one, I did the same type of layout as I did before because I like to keep my squares small so I don't overbook myself. And if you guys like to try this one, I don't think I said last time, but I do 6x6 squares for this, just in case you can't quite see on the screen. I can see on my screen just because I can make it really, really big, but I don't know about YouTube. Sometimes I can't see it, but sometimes I can. So just go ahead and do the standard numbers, but then I realized, oh god, did I mess up? Oh my god. And here's my real life reaction to this. Wait for it. Oh my god. Damn it. Okay, well, what was I thinking? Okay. That's okay, we're just gonna move right along. Move right along. So, yeah, I completely messed up the numbers. I can't believe I wrote 21 twice and 25 twice. Like, I clearly was too tired to be doing this. So I just skipped it and continued with the other stuff and was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fix it later. I'll figure it out. So for this font, I actually looked on free fonts. I don't remember exactly what font I used off the top of my head, but I will leave the link in the description to look at other letters if you'd like to create your own word with this font. So it'll be down in the below. So I just used some little mini doodles, and I actually looked up how to draw this kind of paper scrolly looking thing to go around the word December. I did not draw that freehand. I had to look at a photo for that. And I thought it looked very rustic because I really wanted to keep in the whole Halloween town takes over Christmas type of feel, and I feel like this looked kind of like rough and tough enough that it could mix with the both worlds. I mean, at least that's what I think I did. I hope I achieved that. What do you guys think? I would like to know. And I just continue to color it red so it looks a little bit more Christmassy than just Halloween-y with the black. And again, I really need to invest in a new red because I don't have a specific Christmas red in the pencil crayons that I have, so I had to mix 3 different colors. So for around my around my growth tracker, Wordsley, I actually looked at another photo on Pinterest of different types of paper scrolls and picked this one. I thought it looked the best in the spot that I wanted the growth tracker to look. So I did the trace, did the YouTube logo just like previous, and I actually stuck with the same lettering that I used in my October bullet journal to keep the whole Halloween town takes over Christmas thing like I said previously. I hope I'm not repeating myself too much in this voiceover because these I usually just do in one full take, and don't try to edit too much because then that's going to be way too much extra work. Tangent aside. So I just went on and did it very lightly in black because I was like, oh, do I want to do it in brown or do I want to do it in black? And I'm like, no, I think black's going to look the best because the picture that I did above this as Jack, as Sandy Claus, it was actually a clip from the actual movie because you'd be surprised how little artwork, or at least cute, in my opinion, artwork there is of Jack Skellington as Sandy Claus. So I really had to take liberty and go in the movie and take this one scene. It's the scene where he's showing Sally how he wants to look in the Sandy Claus outfit, and she's showing the picture between him as the Pumpkin King and then him as Sandy Claus. So I actually didn't have as much problems with this drawing as I thought I was going to, unlike the cover page. I did spend an entire evening working on this because originally I started from his feet going upwards, and then I was trying to make his limbs look exactly the same as the movie screenshot because I was like, oh, that looks like enough room to make it true to size. But I ended up making his legs like way too long, and then by the time I reached closer to the top of the page, there was going to be no room for his head. So I kind of worked I restarted it completely and went from his head and then like also his feet, and then try to meet in the middle. And the hardest part of this whole thing ended up being right where I'm drawing right now, where by his belt, the belt part specifically wasn't super hard, but the curve of his spine to go down with the tail of the top part of the Santa Claus outfit proved to be the hardest part to emulate. But this also might be because I'm very new at drawing and I'm still trying to learn little tricks and all that fun stuff. So his hands actually were the easiest part, which is also weird because usually hands are the hardest thing for me, and I've been told hardest for most artists, but again, could be wrong. The easiest part were these little fluffy things. You literally just like with your pencil. It's not like a perfect line. It was so easy to do. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this part. I might speed it up a little bit, or I'll just keep talking. Blah blah blah.
What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair. What's this? What's this?
Surprisingly, this Christmas box was actually one of the hardest parts. I would say second hardest part of drawing this particular one. I've always been really bad at drawing boxes, but I mean, these little ticks were the super easy part. I like that I was actually able to make it look as close to that picture as possible, so I was so happy with this. And the easiest part were the pumpkins. So freaking easy. This texture part that I was doing, it was a little bit harder to exactly replicate because the picture from the movie looks like it's hand-drawn, because I'm sure it is, and I was trying to figure out exactly how they did it, and I think I did it as close as I possibly could, but I'm sure there's a tactic that I just was completely unaware about to make it look exactly how it was in the actual drawing. But I'm quite pleased with how it worked out. I just used this Sharpie that I was using to color in everything else, and then filled it in with the pencil crayon, as you can see, and also the little thicker parts in there that you can tell, that's from my brush black pen. So going into here, I went even lighter than I did inside the mountain to make the moon look like it's popping out a little bit, as you can see in the original artwork at the very end of the video. Maybe I'll just put up a little clip here. It did have those little designs, so I had to go super, super light with that black pencil, otherwise it was just gonna look too dark. Again, with the red, I really, really need a new pencil. It's just, I didn't have any that's a true Christmas red, so I ended up mixing all three, and that was so time consuming. Same with Jack. My mom even commented that, like, Jack looks so good, but he doesn't look red enough, and I'm like, I know, so I might, when I eventually go back to Michael's and get a pencil crayon, I might actually just go over him a fourth time, but we'll see. This white pencil I tried to use on the moon, but honestly, it kind of just made it look a little bit more creamy and anything, so I didn't use him on any part of his beard. And that was pretty much it for that drawing. But to fix this little mini screw up I did, I decided to use some scrapbooking paper to make little squares, and I didn't film the entire thing of me doing this because it took so long to cut those little squares, so I really hope you guys don't make the same mistake I did. But I do like how it turned out despite it being super time consuming. As you can see, it's just so cute and little small, but I think some of the glue got on the front of some of the squares and dried out because trying to draw over top of those little squares with the numbers on some of them wasn't working. So if you do have to do this type of tactic, I would suggest drawing the numbers over top of the paper before you glue it. So moving on to my first checklist, it's just my regular December social media checklist and then miscellaneous one. The miscellaneous page I ended up just filling in little Christmas specific things because I'm trying to put off everything else that is not related to Christmas off this month. I did all of my cleaning the last week of November, so I wouldn't have to put any cleaning on this list. So for decoration, I just used some more rub-ons and some more washi tape that I had, and I actually found this little sticker that you can see at the bottom left. I think it was part of some postage stamp thing, but any postage stamp that we get free in the mail I usually end up keeping for things like this. So moving on to the next checklist, it is the Christmas gift list one, and I love this font. It was very time consuming to fill in because if I tried filling it in over top of my pencil marks, the color wouldn't have been as vibrant, so that's why I always have to do the outlines. But I don't remember the name of this font either. I think it's Chopin something, but again, I will leave a link to it in the description if you'd like to make your own title cards in this font and need something to base it off of. But yeah, I just decorated with some washi tape and put some outlines and just kind of doodled around it, you know. Didn't do too much decorative stuff to it. So next page is actually one of my favorite ones. I got this idea from I'll leave a link to her in the description as well because I can't remember her handle, but I saw this picture on Pinterest and for Christmas layout ideas, and there was this one of just it actually said Santa Claus's list, and it was just filled with a list of Christmassy activities that whoever made the thing originally wanted to achieve, and I was like, okay, well, I need to still stick with the Nightmare Before Christmas theme, so I used the Nightmare Before Christmas font from that same website that, again, I'll leave the link in the description. I'm repeating myself so much right now, and copy that to make it Sandy Claus's list. So it's not quite Santa Claus, but it's Jack as Santa Claus. And I tried to use this rub-on for stars, and it just did not work. I think those rub-ons are just way too old. So, skipping over, moving on to the first weekly spread, which is actually the only one I'm going to be doing in this video, but maybe I'll do another video of other weekly spreads for Christmas themes if you guys would like to see that. So if you'd like to see that, please leave a comment and let me know. So moving on to this one, it is a very simple one. I haven't tried this guy before, but I did see a cherry blossom version of this layout on Pinterest, so I decided to make it Christmassy looking. And in the little corner where I'm drawing right now, I did the part of what's this lyrics once again, just not the same section as I did for my cover page. And I used the same type of font to make it look more Halloween-y in the red ones too. So in the little, I'm not going fast enough with this voiceover. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's not doing as well as my other voiceovers. I apologize, hopefully this is still entertaining to listen to. But I did these little Christmas balls and little extra Christmassy doodles around each thing. I just was having fun with this one, so I would just say, just do whatever the heck you guys want. Da 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 da, more doodles, more doodles. I like this little snowman. I don't know what else to say. These voiceovers are hard. Maybe I'll skip over some of the doodles. So moving on to the bottom of the page, I actually had another type of blue in my brush pen set, and it's this super, super icy blue, so it really worked perfectly to make it look like snow, but still have the very pastel blue, because I really didn't want to use dark blue in this. Just fill in the middle of the doodles, more snowflakes, and I think it's a very quick and easy layout spread. It's actually probably one of my easier ones that I've tried in the bullet journal. I think the more complicated ones that I had was in my November one, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Alrighty, so that was all of my setup for this month. I'm very proud of it. Loved drawing Jack again, and I think this was probably my more decorative setups so far, but I mean, it's only on the third video, but I'm sure it'll get more intense from here. But I'm very happy with it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright, and with that, so concludes another bullet journal video, the last of 2019. Goodbye 2019, on to 2020. While the rest of the bullet journaling world will move on to a brand new book, I will continue my already started book. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you decide to recreate any of the spreads, even though mine are incredibly simple compared to other bullet journalers, I'd love to see them if you do decide to recreate them. So if you do decide to do that, please tag me at Meraki_memories. And if you'd like to see more of my cosplaying adventures and other crazy kind of fun-looking photos, you can follow me at The Leaf Factor as well, or follow my other channel and you'll see behind the scenes stuff. And if you haven't seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, you need to go do that right now because it is your social obligation to watch that movie. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next Scrappy Wednesday. I've got something big planned for Christmas, so I hope you guys enjoy. Bye! Waiting for my cue.
Eureka! This year, Christmas will be What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack, this isn't fair.